These men are not dumb. If you are a young lady that thinks that you are going to get into a relationship, snag a older, wealthy man, let me tell you what I've learned since working at an accounting firm. What these men will do, because they watch the same videos y'all watch. They're asking us, help me put my money in a trust. Put my money in my mama's name. Move all my property. Put my property in this trust. Put my property in my kid's name. And then I want you to help me set these crazy requirements. So even once my child get 18, 21, 25, they have to have this type of degree. They have to live in the state for this amount of time. They have to meet all these hoops just to touch my money. A lot of women used to be able to, I have his baby, I'm going to get a high amount of child support. Let me tell you what happened. This man came in. I don't know what the situation was. I'm assuming they were on the phone or they was at home. But he basically told her, I don't want to date a black woman no more. Haven't you been able to tell? Like, the type of adult videos I watch, they all have like white or foreign or Vietnamese or, women from basically different nationalities. I don't even watch, I'm just be straight up, I don't watch African American porn. That's why I don't touch you, because I want to be with a white woman. And she looked through his history, and he was spending a lot of his money, on women of a different nationality, and he divorced her. This man was making $3 million a year, closing in at, he's almost at 4 million. This woman is getting less than $700 in child support. He got his money so tied up in different businesses and trust and allocated in different places. This woman don't even have the money to take this man to court. I'm making this video because I remember I have been in this space. Y'all know when they talk about, oh, you need to be the black girl with the bad wig, and you're going to get the guy. I'm the black girl with the bad wig that will date the wealthy guys, the rich men. First of all, that theory is very true, hence this wig. But second of all, I sit and I listen, which is why I tell women to be quiet. I have a rule. Wait 10 minutes before you state your opinion. Listen. If he's talking or somebody's talking, okay, let me think about that. I will literally wait 10 minutes before I state an opinion, because I will realize either my opinion doesn't even matter, or I've learned more about what's going on in the actual situation than what they first told me. But what's always happened is I've learned more. And I've learned that men, let me say that. Okay, let's really get into it. A young woman is a luxury status symbol to an older man. The younger the woman, the richer the man looks. Because once you get with a wealthy man, he goes around other wealthy men. And after a while, money don't impress them. It's how young is your woman? What race is your woman? Because foreign women are seen as luxury. White women are seen as luxury. Black women, unless they are, of a different culture, different nationality, we're not seen as luxurious. We're seen as, basically, honestly, bottom feeders. Like, we're not so much as, we're not a high trophy as a woman of a different nationality would be. But what's a really high status symbol for a wealthy man is a younger woman. I have been told this. I have seen this. Like, what I'm saying is a fact, I promise you. But see, what happens is a lot of these other women, they don't know that we're such a high status symbol. Younger women are such a high status symbol that these men are giving them these luxury items, right? And they're writing it off. They're writing it off as, a business expense, because he's looking at you as a business expense. Oh, that trip, that was a business trip. That car, oh, that was a business expense. That was a donation. That was charity. Yeah, like the stuff that we can write off under donations, charity, business expenses is crazy. So as I know that a lot of women get with these men thinking that they're getting stuff, and to a certain extent you are. But what happens is once you have ran out, your age has ran out. If this man has not decided to marry you, or if this man has decided to marry you, make sure you're checking that will. Make sure you're looking for those trusts. Seeing how this man that loves you is setting you up. Because a lot of women go into these relationships thinking that this man cares for her. And y'all, I have been there. I'm sitting here at almost 12 a.m. at night because I learned my lesson. I was in my 20s. I was 19 when I met him, 24 when I left him. Thinking like that. Thinking, oh, he got money, so his money gonna be my money. We buying houses, we taking trips. I got on the furs. The girls are coming to me asking me, how did you get this man? How did you get this house? How did you get these cars? How was he able to do all this? Like, where's this? Like, y'all, I had girls that wanted to be my friend just based off of the way I looked and was walking around in the cars we drove and just, the status. And what happened was I packed my stuff in the middle of the night and I left when I realized that I was just a status symbol. I wasn't anything that he was taking serious, in the sense of when it came down to it, he had bought 2 houses at the same time. And one of the houses, he said he was going, oh, this is going to be your house. So when it came down to the house being finished, and we were a couple of months away from actually shopping and putting it on the market, I'm like, hey, so are you going to give me the house? How's it going to work? Oh, I'm not giving you this house. I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? You said that before I even gave up my apartment and moved in to this house with you, that this was going to be my house. You were going to sign this house over to me. I was young. I was dumb. When I realized it was a bunch of BS is when I smartened up and I left. A couple of weeks later, I packed my bags in the middle of the night and left. But I'm saying that to say that right now, I am dating a man that society would deem high value, wealthy, because, it's his financial status and things of that nature. And he's a really good guy. This is not bashing him or nothing. I could be at home. I could be doing something real nice to him, make him feel real good, rubbing his feet, doing all the things that you see on, that the girlies tell you to do. But I realize his money is not my money, even after marriage, even after kids. See, it only takes me one time to bump my head. And I don't hold that against him at all. But what I'm saying is that I'm here working on my business. And that's the whole reason why I even came to his accounting firm in the first place, was because he wanted to incorporate a consulting business I started on my own. That's mine. Documentation, mine. He wanted to lease it out, which you can do. You can lease out somebody else's business or their program. You can buy it or lease it depending on your contract agreement. He wanted to lease it out because he wants me still to be involved, right? Which is why I'm here. And I absolutely love it. But I was also never a girly that wanted to just stay at home anyway. I found that life to be very boring, and again, I learned my lesson. Your money, not my money. I'm about to go out there and get mine. Your money is sprinkles on top. If he wants to consider my money sprinkles on top, he can. He don't. But I mean, if he wants to, he can. I don't really give him any money. I don't, Anyway, I'm just saying all that to say that do not get so caught up in the glitz and gold. And my mom used to say that. I used to hate it when she said that. I really used to hate it when she said that. Because I'm like, stop knocking my dreams. Stop knocking my, my things. Stop knocking my lifestyle. But she was right. And she was right in the sense of these men are so smart. They know where to put their money now. They know how to hide their money. They know how to tie their money up so tight that you won't be able to afford a lawyer to find this money. And as far as femininity goes for me, a big part of being feminine is being able to know that I have me. It's being able to still work, whether it's a 9 to 5, having my own business, whatever it is, and know that at the end of the day, I am not 100% reliant on another person to take care of me. Because to me personally, that's not feminine. And that puts women in the worst situation of their lives. Again, can tell you from experience, I have been in a situation where I was 100% depending on a man to feed me. If he didn't go out and get food, I didn't eat. That's how down bad I was. But I also believed that that was a part of being a good woman and being a part of feminine and it's being a part of being submissive. Some situations, and this can go both ways, you know, a person wants to control you. So they will purposely look for people that are in situations where they are so down bad or that they can control, or they will look for people that they can just take from until they're down bad and then control them. You know, that's another story for another day. But a part of my femininity is just being able to say, I have a business. I have, you know, a program. I'm a part of something. I love being able to come to this office and you know, we have meetings about, okay, so we signed this client, this is what we're going to do. It's being able to stand on my own 2 feet without, I don't want to say without him or without a person, because you will always, one thing I've learned that you will always need someone else, but I'm able to stand on my own 2 feet by myself. And I don't desire that, but if it came down to it, I 100% can. And I've discovered that for a woman, that makes you more desirable. When someone knows that they can lose something just like that, they're going to value it a lot more. Because the way that I get valued now in this relationship versus the way that I've been valued in other relationships when I didn't have anything really going for me, when I didn't have a business going, when I didn't have no resources of my own, I was treated like crap. I was treated like I was a child. I was treated like I was a dependent. I was treated like I was a nuisance. And to each their own. Every relationship might not treat you that way. You know, you might have a guy that's like, I'm 100% open for fully taking care of you and making sure that you eat. You know, I find that as a privilege. I know my assistant, she's in a relationship, you know, like that, where that's just her culture, you know, but she chooses not to live that way. But that is her culture, where the woman stays home and the man takes care of them and they live a very nice life. I learned that mostly, that type of marriage, that type of relationship, it mainly works outside of the African American culture. Like, we're starting to get into that type of relationship and arrangement style relationships, but it's really, really popular outside of the African American. Anyway, with my situation, I said I will never, ever, ever put myself in a situation where I am with a man who is so established and I am thinking that I am going to get all of these things just because I'm with him or just because I'm married to him. I need to have it in writing. I need to have an ironclad rule or law. It needs to basically be documentation for me to intertwine myself with any man, but especially an established man. And now that I'm here at this accounting firm, what I'm trying to say to get to the point, go after the man you want. If you want to date a rich, high value man that's making $1 million, $2 million, $5 million, $10 million a year, go after it. But do not think just because you are dating him or married to him or have his baby that his money is going to become your money. Because back to the story I was telling you in the beginning, that man literally said, I just don't want to date a black woman anymore. I don't see any value in this. The spaces he was going in, honestly, there were very little black couple, like, you know, black people. And he wanted to be a part of that status symbol. And he did exactly that. He went out and he married him a white woman, this is no qualm to the white woman. This is no like bashing a different nationality, race, gender, anything. It's just me just telling you a story. But he went out, he married her. I don't know what their agreement was, but he married her really quickly. The divorce from his first wife was the black woman happened really fast. But what was so sad is that, number one, she really didn't know much about his financial situation. She just knew he made a lot of money. He would give her allowance. She had cars. She had a nice house. He paid for the school and everything. When they got done, this man wasn't paying for the private school. They had to downgrade the house. She was only getting $700 a month for child support. That's it. He started the business before her. She signed a prenup. Ladies, just because you get with these men That does not guarantee anything. The money will go to your kids before it goes to you. And these men have money so long that although you hear those one-off stories about how she took him to court and how she won this much money and how she won that much money, you have to have money to take these men to court. And then you have to get a lawyer that believes in your case, that is willing to do it for little to nothing, hoping that they will win and that he will have to pay off any legal fees. That's expensive. So I'm just saying all of this because I'm at the office, and I'm at the office late working, and I do this a lot. And sometimes I feel like, dang, I don't talk to you all, or I'm not showing you my lifestyle, because this is my femininity. This is a part of me being a feminine woman. Alrighty, so with all of that out the way, y'all, this whole video was just my opinion. And my opinion is not a Bible verse that you got to study and live your life by. Some of the things I stated in here were actually facts, like the situation going on with that young lady and situations that I personally told you about that happened in my life. Those were facts. But if you want to be young and go out there and get that guy and live your life, do it. I'm not telling you not to do it. I just want to give you advice that I wish I would have known and stuff that be on my mind. And I haven't talked to you guys in forever. And I know I'm dropping all these food videos. Y'all probably like, okay, what's going on with the femininity, the tea, what's going on with your life? I'm working. I love my job. I love what I do. I love my business, and I'm always working it. We will have more late night chit chats because I'm a night owl. I'm up late at night, and that's just what I do. So with that being said, comment, subscribe, tell me what you thought, give me your opinions, and I'll see you later.